Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shauna. Today I just want to talk a little bit about how to make it through nursing school. I'm a fairly new grad, as I mentioned before in my previous video, and I just want to give you a couple tips about surviving nursing school. First of all, nursing school is like no other program. It's in its own category. I will say it's my second bachelor's degree, and it doesn't compare at all to my first degree. In that sense, you definitely have to be disciplined and devoted to your nursing program. If you're going to do it, it's doable. However, you must truly be committed. So with saying that, my first tip that I have for you guys is to set a schedule for you. Dedicate study time. If it's one thing that you don't want to do is fall behind, because you'll run into many professors that love to say you need to know everything when you try to say, well, what should I know for this test or this quiz? And they'll say, well, it's good to know everything. So if that's the case, you don't want to fall behind. Start reading early. If you can, get your hands on books before the semester starts and start kind of going over some of the topics, especially when you know which specialties you're going into. That's a great way to start. As I mentioned before, use study sets like Quizlet or ATI. I love ATI. If you download the app, you can download it, I think, to your phone and your iPad. It's called ATI Reader, and that gives you all the specialty books. So for example, if you're in med-surg, you can click on med-surg ATI and you can read that book without having to buy the paper copy. And it gives you questions and little case studies, so that's a good way to study. And then when you make it through to peds or mental or women's health, any of those books are also in there. So you just click on it in your app, and you can read through the material and do questions as well. So that's a tool that I use, especially because my school used ATI, and I also use Quizlet when I knew we were gonna take quizzes or have tests. I would just type in the topic in Google and type Quizlet next to the topic, and it will pop up with a bunch of study sets that other students loaded on there from previous programs. So that's a very good study tool while you're in nursing school. My second advice to you would be to find a study buddy. I never studied with anyone until I got to nursing school, so you don't have to have a huge study group, but at least one or two other people or more. But I had two main people that I studied with, and that made a world of a difference in my test grades. And I will say, you need to study before you get to study group, not just show up at study group and think you're gonna learn everything. Study group is just to kind of refresh you and help you with things that you may have missed while you were studying. And also, for my third tip to make it through nursing school, I will say that you need to have an outlet. Nursing school is very intense, so make sure either work out, jog, go to the gym, go for a bike ride, go for a walk. However, you have to have some type of outlet. For me, I ran a lot. I would dedicate maybe 30 minutes or an hour out of my day, and I would just woo-saw and refresh, put my headphones in, and nothing I was listening to had anything to do with school. Take a true break from studying and just have some peace time, have some me time. And then I'll also say, for me, I also did away with my Facebook and Instagram for a little bit. Anything that was distracting, it's a temporary sacrifice. So I used to spend a lot of time on those things, so I actually deactivated my accounts until I was done. You don't have to do that, but for me, I noticed that I spend a lot of time on there. I'll be tempted to go on Facebook and 5 minutes turn into 30 minutes, followed by an hour of just doing everything else but what I should be doing, which is studying or, something of that nature, doing homework or a paper. So I would just kind of try to limit that. Also, I will say, whenever you have like moments, have a person that you can talk to, because you will have plenty of moments where you want to vent. So, because nursing school, it breaks you down in every way possible, physically, mentally, it's definitely different. So, try to have someone to talk to about it, whether it's family, friends, or even your classmates, because you see as a program goes on, some of those classmates become your friends and more like your family, because I can say I have a few of those in my life now. But that's pretty much it. Thank you. Bye.